Fiji Commerce and Employers Federation CEO Edward Bernard says there's a need for a mid-term review of the national budget in January to ascertain if policies are working or not. Speaking during the Dialogue Fiji National Budget Forum last night, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Finance Professor Biman Prasad acknowledged the need to enhance efficiency in the implementation of the 2025-26 national budget. Meroni Mili has more.
The private sector recommends that the government look at mechanism that ensures the national budget is implemented efficiently.
It is very, very important for the private sector because this will then, the outcomes of this will be measured and will reflect what the GDP or the growth that we see at the end of the year or the long term. So I think that is very important to also consider. But I also like to propose that we have this midterm review with the public. We have these pre-budget consultations and post-budget discussions, but I think around January every year, we should have this review with the public to see, and the private sector, to see how well we've done, how far we've gone, and how are things working, and if there's a possibility of changing policies.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Finance Professor Biman Prasad says the national budget is more than just an economic exercise. It is a political statement shaped by the values of democracy, transparency and public participation.
So this is also an anticipatory budget. Apart from addressing infrastructure, cost of living, we are also anticipating global headwinds. And if the transmission mechanisms through remittances, through tourism, work its way, then we could have a dampened demand. It could affect the overall economic activity in the country. So we've decided to raise expenditure.
Dialogue Fiji Executive Director Nilesh Lal emphasized the centrality of the budget to democratic governance.
Because of its centrality, we at Dialogue Fiji believe that it should be, that it is absolutely vital that the national budget is not just presented, but also interrogated, debated, and understood by the very people that it is going to ultimately affect.
The coalition government, labelled the budget as one that focuses on addressing infrastructure gaps, easing cost of living pressures, and preparing for global economic uncertainties. Meroni Mili, Fiji 1 News.